Swaminarayan, 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 Swaminarayan.
Now, along with chanting Swaminarayan Mahamantra, we have to visualize the divine image of God within our heart, divine image of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. Imagine there is a divine glow of light at the center of your chest, the center of your heart. That divine light, you are seeing the luminous divine form of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. Just look at the divine image of God. Bhagavan Swaminarayan is smiling at you, towering his love and blessings on you. Keep on visualizing divine image of Bhagavan Swaminarayan within your heart. Keep on doing deep breathing, chanting Swaminarayan Mahamantra, as well as visualizing the divine image of God, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan.
Swaminarayan, 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 Swaminarayan,
सहजानंद स्वामी महाराज की जय। स्वामीनारायण भगवान की जय। हरि कृष्ण महाराज की जय। Once again, Jai Swaminarayan to all the devotees in today's evening satsang. Jai Swaminarayan. Today we are going to have satsang on test of faith. Before we go with that topic, let me share the screen and we will read 3 talks from Gunatitanand Swami. All of you can see my screen, everyone? If you can see my screen, just post your thumb. Okay. So here we read the talks of Sadguru Sri Gunatitanand Swami. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. Sadguru Sri Gunatitanand Swami says, God is ever ready to protect his devotees. How? Just as eyelids protect the eyes, hands protect the neck, a mother protects her child, and a king protects his subjects, God protects us. By seeking refuge in God and his sadhu, even intense miseries that are to be before on one are averted. However, even if one exhausts oneself through endeavors, they are still not averted. Just as a mother and children seek refuge of the husband who cares for them whether he is at home or abroad, similarly, God cares for his followers. Sahajananda Swami Maharaj. We just read the 3 little talks from Gunatitanand Swami. Anybody remember the talk? Anybody remember? Just raise your hand. You can raise your hand. Okay, Balaji sir. Yes, sir.
Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan sir.
Swamiji, God always protects his refugees, Swamiji, who strongly believe in him, Swamiji.
Right.
Like as a mother protects his children, like
Yes,
as a
yes.
father takes care of their family when he's in home or outside the home, always. So God takes care of his devotees who truly believe him and who truly follow his words.
Right, right. Okay, anybody else? Yes, Aditya, you can. Let me unmute. Yes.
Swamiji, God is like our mother. He protects us every time, even in our worst situation, Swamiji. He tries to help us every time. He's
Okay.
like, for example, for our eyes we have eyelids, and for our neck we have our hands, and for us we have mother and God. And
Right.
God is our supreme parent.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So, dear devotees, today we are going to have talk upon test of faith. We are going to have talk upon test of faith. First of all, let me ask everyone, how many of you have faith in God? You can post your thumb. How many of you have faith in God? Post your thumb, everyone. Post your thumb. Yes, Naman, Atharva, Naval, Rangareddy sir, Alok, Tarak, okay. And other devotees, they don't have faith in God. Usually we all have faith in God, but how do we know whether we really have faith in God or not? How do we know? Since last two evening satsang, Pujya Shukvallabhdasji Swamiji is discussing about Swarup Nishtha, right? Swarup Nishtha and Dharma Nishtha. Swarup Nishtha and Dharma Nishtha, finally it's about the ultimate faith. You have ultimate faith in God or you have ultimate faith in Dharma. When both the things clashes at a time, at that moment, what do you choose? So today we are going to see, we will refer few stories, few incidents from Mahabharata, some of the incidents from the devotees of Bhagavan Swaminarayan, and we will know that what is called faith and what are the symptoms of faith and what could be the test of faith. So let's begin. Dear devotees, in Mahabharata, there was one very crucial incident. In that incident, Arjun has made a great choice. This incident was such like it was the time before the battle of Mahabharata. So everybody, Pandavas and Kauravas, both were trying to acquire the support from the people, acquire the support from other kings, other kingdoms. So likewise, Duryodhan is going to different kingdoms and he is getting support, as well as Yudhishthir, Arjun, Bhim. They also are going to different kingdoms and they are getting support, their army for the battle. So now Duryodhan and Arjun both comes to have the support from Lord Krishna to Dwarika. So first of all, Duryodhan came for the support of Lord Krishna. Duryodhan entered inside the room of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was sleeping at that time. So Duryodhan thought that okay, Krishna is sleeping. So he thought that after he wakes up, he should immediately look at me. So Duryodhan sat beside the head of Lord Krishna and he was waiting. Meanwhile, secondly, Arjun also came to seek the help from Lord Krishna. But Arjun saw that Lord Krishna is taking rest. So he thought that let me wait by sitting at the feet of Lord Krishna. So Arjun sat beside the feet of Lord Krishna. See, here also there is the attitude of two people. There are two kinds of attitude. One is attitude of humbleness. Another one is attitude of ego. Duryodhan reflects the attitude of ego. He thought that I want to sit near to him with beside head. Some people, their head will never bend down. It will not bend down in front of God also, in front of saints also, in front of parents also, in front of elders also. It's an attitude of ego. Whereas Arjun's attitude was such a humble. He also could have sit next side of Lord Krishna beside the head. But Arjun did not sit there. Arjun thought that where is Lord Krishna and where am I? So Arjun was so humble. He thought that my place lies at the feet of Lord Krishna. So Arjun sat beside Lord Krishna, beside the feet of Lord Krishna. And finally, what happened? Lord Krishna woke up. You just imagine if you will woke up, where will you see first? Beside your head or in front of your eyes? So in the same way, Lord Krishna woke up and first of all, Lord Krishna saw Arjun because Arjun was seated beside the feet of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna asked that Arjun, when did you come? Immediately Lord Krishna started to talk with Arjun like a friend. Meanwhile, Duryodhan stopped. Oh Krishna, I am waiting before Arjuna. How can you forget me? Then Lord Krishna looked back and saw that, oh, Duryodhan also has come. Okay, finally Lord Krishna asked both of them that, why have you come here? That time, Duryodhan and Arjun said that, as we know that Mahabharat war is going to take place, so we came here to seek your support. Lord Krishna said, very good. So let me clarify from my end that I am going to give you two options. Number one side my entire Narayani Sena, the army of Lord Krishna, and that was Ajay, undefeatable. Till now, nobody could defeat the army of Lord Krishna. Such was powerful army of Lord Krishna, Narayani Sena. Lord Krishna said, first option is one side will be my entire powerful, undefeatable Narayani Sena. And on another side, there will be I am alone without any weapon. I am completely alone without any weapon. I will not fight in the war. I will just be in your side. That's it. So now you have to choose these two options. Dear devotees, just imagine for a moment. If you will be in the place of Arjun or Duryodhan, what would you choose? Just imagine that there is a big war is going to take place. Such a big war, Mahabharat. And just imagine if you are choosing this army, then what will happen? And if you choose Krishna without any weapon, completely just alone, what will happen? So here Duryodhan says that, okay, so I asked, Lord Krishna stopped him. No, I don't give this right to you because first right goes to Arjun. Arjun said, no God, no Lord Krishna. You give this right and this first chance to Duryodhan. My choice is clear. And here Duryodhan is getting frightened. What will happen if Arjun will ask for Narayani Sena? Then how will I defeat Pandavas? But how Duryodhan can understand the greatness and mentality and devotion of Arjun? But anyways, Lord Krishna said that no, anyhow, Duryodhan, you have come first here, but my eyes have fallen first on Arjun. So I want to give first chance to Arjun. And Arjun said to Lord Krishna that, oh Lord Krishna, I have no confusion and I have only single option. I choose you in my side. whether you fight or not, whether you have weapon or not, whether I win or lose. Dear devotees, here is the point. Arjun said, whether I win or lose, I choose you in my side. The moment Arjun has chose this option of Lord Krishna, Duryodhan became so happy. And Duryodhan said, thank you, Arjun. You made a great choice. All the best. So finally, this all Narayani Sena comes in my side. Thank you very much, Lord Krishna. Now we will meet in the war. Saying so, Duryodhan left from there. Afterwards, Lord Krishna turned towards Arjun and said that, Arjun, have you chose me with conscious mind or just you spoken like that? Can you understand? What is the meaning of this choice? I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to take any weapon. Then what is the use of me being in your side? Arjun said that, oh my God, I didn't choose you for the victory. I choose you because I want you. My dear students, there will be rare devotees like Arjun who has such kind of choice. Whenever we go to temple for the darshan of God, we keep on asking so many things. God, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Nobody asks God that, God, I don't want anything. I want you. Nobody asks. And here is the greatness of Arjun. So it was the faithful choice of Arjun in such kind of very difficult situation, critical situation. And dear students, now when we listen such kind of story, so now it is very clear that okay, Arjun is right and Duryodhan was wrong. But when this incident was going on, that time you cannot judge that what will happen, what will be the future. Now we know the entire story of Mahabharata. We know that Pandava only are going to win. But when this choice Arjun has done, nobody was knowing who will be the winner. In that circumstances, when Arjun has chosen Lord Krishna, actually at this point of time, Arjun has won Mahabharata war. Because our choices only designs our future. When we make such a great choice, at the same time, we make the choice of either success or failure, either victory or defeat. The moment Arjun has chose Lord Krishna in his side, Arjun became the winner of Mahabharata. So here is the first story of faith. What is called faith? When you don't see the result, when you don't see any expected outcome, when you don't see and you believe, that is called faith. When you understand everything and you believe, that is called logic. What is the difference between faith and logic? Simple. When you don't see and you believe, that's faith. And here is what Arjun has proved his faith in Lord Krishna. Arjun did not see, he doesn't know the future, even though he believed in Lord Krishna. That's called faith. In logic, first we understand, first we see and believe. That is called logic. In faith, first we believe and we see. That is faith. So this was the first story of faith of Arjun. Now second story is more interesting than that. Really very interesting and very touching. Fearlessly, Mahabharata war was started and so many days passed, but no Pandavas are getting defeated. So once Duryodhan burst out on Bhishma Pitama and he said that you are still favoring Pandavas because I know you are fighting from my side, but you are still favoring Pandavas. Then why you are here? Change your side and go to Pandava side. Why are you wasting here? And why are you killing our old soldiers? Likewise, Duryodhan has burst out on Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitama becomes so angry, and in that anger, Bhishma Pitama took one pledge that tomorrow I am going to kill all 5 Pandavas. Either I won't be alive or Pandavas won't be alive. Such was a very powerful and dangerous pledge he took. The moment he took the pledge, the spies of Pandavas were present in the camps, in the tents of these Kauravas. So these spies immediately rushed towards Yudhishthir Maharaj, and they given the message that Bhishma Pitama has took 5 arrows and decided that tomorrow either I won't be alive or Pandavas won't be alive. So Yudhishthir Maharaj came to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna said, "Oh my God, then tomorrow will be so much difficult for all of us, because till now Bhishma Pitama did not come in his real form. But tomorrow, if he will come in full-fledged strength, then it will be difficult for all 5 Pandavas to even face Bhishma." So Lord Krishna became so worried, and Yudhishthir and Bhim and all became so worried. At that moment, Lord Krishna asked, "Where is Arjun? Huh? Where is Arjun?" Yudhishthir said, "I think he is in his tent." So Lord Krishna said, "Okay, fine, I will meet him. I will plan and I will discuss for tomorrow's strategy." So Lord Krishna entered inside the tent of Arjun. Already Arjun got the news for this pledge of Bhishma Pitama. The moment Lord Krishna entered inside the tent of Arjun, Arjun was sleeping. Lord Krishna shocked. "What is this? Tomorrow this Bhishma Pitama is going to kill all of you, and Arjun is sleeping. Unbelievable." And Arjun was not just doing a drama of sleeping. He was really peacefully, fearlessly sleeping. Just imagine that atmosphere. When it's the atmosphere of battlefield, where everybody is ready to kill each other, do we get sleep? Yes or no? Do we get sleep? This Russia and Ukraine war is going on. Same kind of, if World War III is going on in India, India also is involved in that war, and so many attacks are going on. We don't know from where attacks will come. Can we get sleep? In that situation also, Arjun slept. He was having fearless sleep. Lord Krishna came to Arjun and said that, "Arjun, wake up." After shaking Arjun, Arjun woke up and said, "Oh God, what is there? Let me take rest, otherwise how will I fight tomorrow?" Lord Krishna said, "But didn't you get the news of this? Bhishma Pitama's pledge to kill all of you?" Arjun said, "Yes, I know." "Then how can you sleep like this?" The way Arjun has answered to Lord Krishna, it shows the deepest faith in God. Arjun said, "I am sleeping because you are waking up. I am sleeping, I can sleep because you are waking up. Then why should I worry? When you are with me, I need not to worry, I need not to fear from anybody. Because I am not fighting for my sake, I am fighting for your sake, for your command, for your words." And afterwards, we know the next day how Bhishma Pitama has, fought like anything. At that time, even Arjun also was unable to face Bhishma. At that time, Lord Krishna jumped from the chariot and he took a big will to kill Bhishma Pitama. Entire Mahabharat war was just freezed at that time. Everybody stopped fighting and they saw that, oh my God, now Bhishma is just over. Because the way Lord Krishna just rushed towards Bhishma Pitama, it was like whole earth got shaken. At that time, Arjun stopped Lord Krishna and said that, "Please don't break your pledge, don't break your promise." Because Lord Krishna has promised that I will not fight, I will not take weapon in Mahabharat war. So Arjun has stopped that, just for my protection, don't break your promise. And now let me just give a last try. And afterwards, we know that last try Arjun has also fought very fatally with Bhishma Pitama. And finally, at the end of the day, Shikhandini comes and we know the story that Bhishma Pitama was completely pierced with the mighty arrows of Arjun. So this is how. So here point is, faith means what? zero tension. Remember, if you are getting a lot of tension, that means you don't have faith in God. If you have faith, that means you must be tension free, you must be fear free, you must be fearless. If you are getting fear, that means you don't have faith in God. That is why today I ask the first question to all of you, that how many of you have faith in God? Everybody says that I have faith in God, I have faith in God. But if we are getting fear, if we are getting tension, that means we don't have faith in God. We have faith, but very light faith, not deep faith. So this was the second story of faith. And another story is more interesting than this: victory against a devotee. Yes, very amazing story. So what happened? I don't know actually. This story is written in Mahabharata, but I actually don't know the context of this story. But this is amazing story. Uh, there is a there was a war between Arjun and Shatadanva. Shatadanva was a devotee of Lord Krishna. So Shatadanva and Arjun both were fighting. Shatadanva was powerful warrior, archer, as well as devotee. So Shatadanva was not just fighting with the arrows. Along with the arrows, he was, betting. He was betting on his devotion, on his purity and all. So first arrow, he shot with the betting that if during my entire life, if I did not get faith in anybody or in any god except Lord Krishna, then this arrow must kill Arjun. Likewise, he bet on his purity, and he was such a devotee of Lord Krishna, and he shot the arrow towards Arjun. But here Lord Krishna came to save Arjun. Lord Krishna was a chariot. So Lord Krishna bet against that Shatadanva. Lord Krishna said that during my Ramavatar, listen very carefully, during my Ramavatar, whatever punya, whatever satkarma I have done, with that satkarma, Arjun's arrow must break the arrow of Shatadanva. So with this promise, Arjun's arrow broken and shattered the arrow of Shatadanva. Now again, second time also Shatadanva bet something else, and he released the arrow towards Arjun, and in the same way, Lord Krishna also said like that. At last, Shatadanva's bet that during my entire life, if I did not have any single thought about a woman, dear students, just imagine what a biggest bet he is putting on this arrow. During my entire life, if I did not have a sankalpa, a single thought of a woman, about woman, then this arrow must kill Arjun. Very powerful beta. And here in the protection of Arjun, Lord Krishna bet that till now, as many incarnations happened, and whatever satkarma is done, then if those all satkarmas, if I put in this arrow of Arjun, then Arjun's arrow should shatter the arrow of Shatadanva, and Arjun's arrow should kill Shatadanva. And this is how Arjun's arrow has killed Shatadanva. Such was a great devotee Shatadanva, even though Lord Krishna, when it was coming on Arjun, Lord Krishna became a shield of him. But when Lord Krishna became a shield of Arjun, when Arjun has proven his faith in Lord Krishna. My dear devotees, this is what the greatest lesson we have to learn today. That when we pass the test of faith, afterwards God will surrender to you. Afterwards God will surrender to you. And the moment Arjun has chosen Lord Krishna in his side, from that time, from that moment, Lord Krishna always protected Arjun. Why? Because of Arjun's faith in Lord Krishna, was unbelievable. So this is called faith. Now, next is faith during failure. This is another amazing story. Faith during failure. You know the story of Mahabharat. In Mahabharat, Arjun takes the commitment and pledge that tomorrow either I won't be alive or Jayadratha won't be alive. You know that because of Jayadratha, Karna has killed Abhimanyu. So Arjun has took the oath that tomorrow before the sunset I will kill Jayadratha. But what happened that entire Kaurava's army became the protection of Jayadratha, because they were knowing that if today, just one day, if Arjun couldn't reach Jayadratha, then Arjun will be dead, and when Arjun will be dead, then we only will win Mahabharata war. So entire Kaurava army came in front of the Arjun, and on that day, the way Arjun has fought, it was just unbelievable. And it is described in Mahabharata that how Arjun fought. As many whatsoever, let it be soldiers, Rathi, Maharathi, anybody comes in front of Arjun, nobody is able to face Arjun today. But even though by killing and clearing these all people and to reach Jayadratha, least time left of sunset. Now what to do? And Lord Krishna thought that now this is how Arjun won't be able to reach Jayadratha. So afterwards we know what Lord Krishna has done. Lord Krishna just disappeared the sun from the sky. He is the God finally. Lord Krishna disappeared the sun from the sky. So everybody came to know that now sunset is done. So this Jayadratha came out. But just imagine for a moment, what will happen to Arjun? Lord Krishna is with Arjun, but here is the biggest failure. Arjun thought that, okay, fine, now I have to die. So Arjun got down from the chariot and he was just about to enter inside the fire. But meanwhile, Lord Krishna just given a sign to the sun. Sun again appeared in the sky. The moment sun appeared in the sky, Lord Krishna said to Arjun that, Arjun, still sun is lying on the sky. It's not sunset. And then Arjun took his Gandhi bow and he released one powerful arrow. And with that single arrow, the head of that Jayadratha was cut off. And according to the curse, that head fell into the lap of his own father. And finally, that father also got destroyed. Likewise, but in this incident, the point is that at the time of failure also, Arjun did not blame Lord Krishna that because of you, today I am going to die. You did not support me, you did not guide me today. Likewise, no, Arjun did not blame Lord Krishna for his failure. Sometimes what happens in our life, when we get fail in our life, or when we face problems and difficulties in our life, we start blaming God. We start complaining to God. That even I am worshipping you, even I am performing devotion, even though you are not protecting me, you are not supporting me, you are not helping me. This is not faith. This is deal. This is not devotion. I am doing devotion, and in favor of devotion, you have to support me. It's a deal. It's not devotion. That's not faith. Faith will be always unconditional. Devotion will be always unconditional. So this is the definition of faith. Likewise, many examples we can take. So the conclusion of today's satsang is that surrender to God, God will surrender to you. If you are ready to surrender yourself to God completely, like Arjun, then definitely God also will surrender to you, like how Lord Krishna has protected Arjun all the times from all kinds of difficulties. At the time of Bhishma Pitama also, Lord Krishna got ready to break his own promise, on commitment, just to protect his devotees. But when Arjun was committed to Lord Krishna, when Arjun surrendered completely himself to Lord Krishna, then God will take care of him. Nobody can even touch his devotees when his devotee surrenders to his God. God is Sharanagat Pratipalak, Bhakta Vatsal. If anybody looks towards his devotee with a twisted eyes, then God will snatch that eyes. If we become committed to God, then God also becomes committed to us. If we surrender to God, God also will surrender to us. So, dear devotees, real faith appears in fatal events. When such kind of fatal events, like see here Jaidrath Vad, at the time of Jaidrath Vad, it's a fatal event. It's a do or die situation. In that moment, to have faith in God, it's very difficult. And here is what lies the greatness of Arjun. When Arjun was unable to see the future, he chose Lord Krishna. When Arjun was unable to see what will happen tomorrow, whether I would be able to kill Jaidrath or not, and he was almost failed, even though he did not lose faith in Lord Krishna. So whether we have faith in God or not, how can we come to know? In the fatal events, we can understand whether we have real faith or not. In normal situation, everybody has faith in God. If I ask to all of you, everybody will say that yes, I have faith in God and we believe in God. But in different kind of situation, it would be very difficult to have faith in God. So, dear devotees, today we have talked about faith. So, of course, we all have faith in God, but our faith should be real, strong, and deep. So, now if any devotees have any questions, so you can have some question answer. You can raise your hand, I will unmute you. Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Okay, fine. Okay, Tarak, you can ask question.
Yes, Swaminarayan family. So today I'm having two questions to you, and the first question is like you were saying that we have to go to God to choose a God, to not to wish, like we should not go to God for wishes. Swamiji, if we go to
Actually, I couldn't hear your voice properly. Can you please repeat again?
saying that we have to go to God in the daily darshan while we are going to God,
Yes.
we are going to ask to fulfill our wish, but we should not go and ask to fulfill our wish. We have to go to choose the God. We have to go for the darshan.
Okay. So what is your question?
Swamiji, so if we go and choose the God, will God fulfill our wish? Even though we are not asking our wish, will He fulfill our wish?
I'm sorry because I think here some net problem or there, I don't know, but couldn't listen your question. But whatever I could hear, let me say that you are asking that when we go to temple for the darshan of God, so usually we keep on asking that I want this we pray to God to fulfill our wishes. But instead, we should ask for the God, that we want God, not we want anything from God. We just want God. Right? Here, what is your question that I couldn't understand?
Swamiji, after choosing the God, we are choosing the God. Then after choosing the God,
After choosing the God,
will God fulfill our wish indirectly without asking?
See, that's a side product. Yes, got it now. After choosing God, will God fulfill our wishes or not?
Yes, Swamiji.
Dear devotees, actually, God's work is this only, to fulfill the wishes of his devotees. What is the duty and what is the responsibility and what but when devotee himself keep on asking that God you do this, God you do that, God you do this, then God doesn't like it. That's it. Otherwise, see, for example, when Dhruv was there, Dhruv, right? So when Dhruv uh, went to jungle for penance and to have darshan of Bhagwan Vishnu and to ask one boon that I also want to become a son of that mother so that I can become a king and I can become a prince. That was a worldly desire, worldly wish he was having. But after doing penance and tapasya and devotion, he lost his wish only. So God appeared in front of him and asked that Dhruv, you ask for any boon? So Dhruv said, I want nothing. Even though God said that no, you ask something. Even though Dhruv did not ask. So God did not give anything to him, not like that. God gave him, God made him a star in the sky. So what I mean to say is that if we don't ask God, it doesn't mean God will not fulfill our wish. If we don't ask, God will fulfill our maximum wish. But if we just ask to fulfill our wish, then God will fulfill our few wishes. So, but important thing is that if we become real devotee, if we have deep faith, if we surrender to God, then we need not to say to God that I am your devotee, please do something for me. Definitely God is going to do something for us. So instead of desiring other things, we must decide to surrender ourselves to God. Okay. Any other devotees wants to ask any question? Yes, Suresh sir.
जय स्वामीनारायण स्वामी जी।
जय स्वामीनारायण।
स्वामी जी, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि सभी भक्त ईश्वर के ऊपर श्रद्धा, स्नेह और विश्वास रखते हैं और उसी के साथ भक्ति भी करते हैं। कहीं न कहीं इस विश्वास के साथ भक्त के मन में स्वार्थ या लालच आती है और उसी के माध्यम से ईश्वर भक्ति में डील कर बैठता है। तो जब डील होती है तो तब विश्वास नहीं कहा जाता है। तो ऐसे विश्वास को हम कैसे पहचानेंगे या फिर ऐसे भक्ति में हम कैसे सुधार लाएंगे? क्योंकि मानव है, मानव के साथ तो लालच तो होगा, स्वार्थ तो होगा।
बराबर।
तो इससे कैसे हम छुटकारा पाएंगे? जैसे कि प्यूरिली विश्वास के साथ हम डिवोशन कर रहे हैं, उसके ऊपर थोड़ा मार्गदर्शन कीजिए स्वामी।
Yes, actually, as we just discussed earlier, that of course our mind will have desires. Definitely, our mind will have desires. Mind will be asking something from God, right? So first thing is that instead of asking to others, if we are asking from God, then it is better. Suppose if we keep on asking to other people and surrendering ourselves to other people, instead of that, if we surrender to God and if we ask something from God, then it's not a bad thing. It's not a sin. It's better than that. But what makes God more pleasing to us when we don't have any desire? So God doesn't say that you don't have desire and if you will ask, then I will not fulfill. No, it's not like that. If we are a devotee of God, then God will definitely help us, support us, and fulfill our desire. But when we don't have desire, God becomes so happy. See, there is a great example of Prahladji. So actually, Prahladji was in lot of trouble. So Prahladji must ask to God that God please support me, support me, support me. But Prahladji never ever asked for the help from God. Prahladji was just chanting Narayan, 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 Narayan. Prahladji never called that, oh God, please come and save me from my father. I'm getting a lot of trouble. Where are you? What are you doing? Prahladji did not ask like this. He just kept on remembering God, kept on chanting Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. That's it. But it doesn't mean that God did not help him. It doesn't mean that Prahladji did not ask God, so God did not help him. Not like that. God helps more when we don't expect. Remember, God helps us more when we don't expect. When we expect, God will help us limitedly. But when we don't expect, God helps us unlimitedly. See, when Sudama went to Lord Krishna, so Sudama did not ask anything. So Lord Krishna did not give anything to Sudama. No, Lord Krishna gave so many things unbelievable to Sudama. But just imagine if Sudama would have asked Lord Krishna that, Arey, you are my friend, please, I am so poor, please give me something. So Lord Krishna would have asked that, okay, what do you want and how much you want? Tell me. So what Sudama would have asked to Lord Krishna? Maximum he could have asked that I want 2 pairs of good clothes and good foods and if possible good golden ornament. That's it. Lord Krishna said, okay, no problem, take and go. Then Sudama wouldn't have got this much. But when Sudama did not ask anything, Lord Krishna gave everything. Then Lakshmi ji, Rukmini ji, they stopped Lord Krishna that, okay, please stop giving. Otherwise, Lord Krishna would have given this Rukmini ji and all his wives in the service of Sudama. Why? Because Sudama did not ask to go. So when we don't ask to God, it doesn't mean God doesn't give us. He gives us more than we expect. But problem is by expecting, we reduce and we set a limit of what we get. So when we have this understanding, then definitely we can, definitely we can overcome these desires. When we realize this, that if I will not ask, then already God knows. God is omniscient. So God knows what is my requirement. It's not that we pray, then only God will come to know, oh, you need this, okay, now I have to give to you. No, God already knows our requirement, needs. When we realize this and we stop asking this, God will become more conscious, more helpful and supportive to us. So actually this faith in God only will solve our desires, right? Okay, fine. So herewith we finish our today's evening satsang. Thank you very much for joining today's evening satsang. Keep joining every Thursday this evening satsang. It is absolutely for all of you. And I would like to really congratulate these few devotees who have kept their videos on, because you don't know what does it mean, but those who is delivering satsang, and if somebody is keeping their videos on, it means a lot. My dear devotees, it means a lot, because when your videos are on, I can have thoughts, speaker can have thoughts, but when your video is off, by reading your names, I cannot have any thoughts. By seeing your expression, I can convey better. So thank you very much, those devotees who kept their videos on, and many of you are regular attendees of satsang. So that's really very good, and it shows that you all are spiritually curious and spiritual minded people. So definitely this satsang is absolutely for all of you. So keep joining this Thursday evening satsang every Thursday, and let's keep improving our spirituality and devotion towards God. So thank you. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
1 minute. Everybody can now unmute and say Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swami.
Thank you, Swamiji, and Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai
Jai
Swami.
Swami.
जय स्वामीनारायण।
सोमनाथ स्वामी जी
जय
स्वामीनारायण
Jai Swami.
जय स्वामीनारायण
Jai Swami.
स्वामीनारायण
Jai Swami.
स्वामीनारायण स्वामी
Jai Swami.
स्वामीनारायण
Jai Swami.
जय स्वामीनारायण
Jai Swami.